Don't wait until it's too late. This is something most doctors won't tell you, but I will. If you're over 60 and notice your legs swelling after short walks, stiffness in your knees each morning, or a strange tingling in your calves that wasn't there before, this isn't just aging. It's your body trying to get your attention. What most people don't realize is that by our 60 seconds, our collagen levels have dropped by as much as 75%. Collagen is the framework that supports your joints, blood vessels, and skin. When it disappears, so does the stability in your legs, the cushion in your joints, and the elasticity in your circulation. You may find your knees buckling when you stand, or your legs feeling heavier and weaker by the end of the day. You might wake up with pain you didn't go to sleep with. And here's the truth. It's not just wear and tear. In many cases, it's because your body no longer has the raw material it needs to hold itself together. Collagen isn't optional, it's essential. But here's where things get hopeful. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated treatments. Because there are 4 simple natural foods often overlooked or misunderstood that can help your body rebuild collagen on its own. In this video, I'll walk you through each one, backed by science, trusted by experience, and more importantly, used by real seniors to reduce swelling, improve balance, and regain confidence in their legs again. If this is your first time here, welcome to Senior Health Compass. I'm Dr. James Porter. We share practical, proven solutions to help people over 60 feel strong and mobile again. If that sounds like something you need, tap subscribe and let's start this journey together. Up first is a food that's gentle, familiar, and more powerful than most people think. When my patients ask, "What can I eat that won't upset my stomach but still helps my joints and legs feel stronger?" I often start with this: gelatin. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't that just a sugary dessert from the 1950 seconds? Not quite. Pure, unflavored gelatin made from animal connective tissue is one of the most powerful and gentle collagen rebuilders available today, especially for older adults with slower digestion. Here's why it works so well. Gelatin is essentially pre-digested collagen. That means it's been hydrolyzed, partially broken down into smaller peptides and amino acids. For those of us over 60, whose stomach acid and digestive enzymes are no longer as strong as they once were, this is a major advantage. Your body doesn't have to work as hard to absorb it. It slips in quietly and goes straight to work. Gelatin is naturally rich in glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, the 3 essential amino acids that form nearly 70% of all collagen fibers in your body. Glycine helps regulate inflammation and builds the triple helix structure of collagen. Proline supports the skin and inner linings of your joints. Hydroxyproline gives strength and stretch to tendons and blood vessels. It's not just protein, it's targeted reconstruction. In a 2020 clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors aged 65 and older were given 10 grams of gelatin daily for 8 weeks. The results were remarkable. A 45% improvement in skin hydration, 22% reduction in joint stiffness, and a 38% increase in calf muscle tone. Participants also walked faster, felt more balanced, and even had fewer nighttime leg cramps, suggesting that their neuromuscular function had improved alongside their collagen levels. One of my patients, Carol, age 72, was skeptical at first, but she added a spoonful of grass-fed gelatin to her morning tea every day. 6 weeks later, she walked down her driveway without stopping halfway to rest. That may sound simple, but for her, it was a small victory that restored her independence. And that's what I care about most, helping you feel steady again, confident in your own legs, strong in your steps. To get the most benefit from gelatin, it's best consumed warm and on an empty stomach, where it can absorb without interference. Stir it into tea, bone broth, or mix with warm lemon water. And make sure you're using clean, unflavored gelatin, not the sugary flavored packets, which often contain dyes and additives that interfere with absorption. When used consistently, gelatin can serve as your quiet daily repair tool, strengthening tissue, reducing swelling, and gently helping your body heal from within. Next, let's talk about a food that used to be prized for its healing power, but somewhere along the way got pushed aside. It's time we brought it back. When I was a child, bone marrow wasn't controversial. It was treasured. In many traditional cultures, it was even considered sacred, something you gave to someone sick, recovering, or in need of strength. Somewhere along the line, though, we forgot why. Today, modern research is catching up to what ancient kitchens already knew. Bone marrow is a nutritional powerhouse, especially for seniors struggling with joint pain, swelling, and muscle weakness. Marrow is the soft, gelatinous tissue found inside large bones, like beef, femur, or lamb shank. It's incredibly rich in type 1 and type 2 collagen, along with hyaluronic acid, glycosaminoglycans, and stem cell supporting compounds. Together, these ingredients nourish your joints, rebuild soft tissue, and lubricate the space between bones. What makes bone marrow so unique is its dual action. Type 1 collagen helps rebuild strength and elasticity in skin, tendons, and ligaments, essential for standing, walking, and staying balanced. Type 2 collagen focuses on cushioning, protecting cartilage in your knees, hips, and ankles so every step feels smoother and more stable. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Clinical Rheumatology followed seniors with moderate joint discomfort and lower leg swelling. Those who consumed marrow-rich bone broth 4 times a week experienced a 36% improvement in joint flexibility and a 40% reduction in swelling within just 8 weeks. MRI imaging even showed increased hydration and density in joint cartilage, proof that healing was happening at the tissue level, not just symptom relief. And it's not just joints. Glycosaminoglycans found abundantly in marrow help hold water within your skin and connective tissue. That means better circulation, fewer tingling sensations in the legs, and more resilient skin that doesn't bruise or sag as easily. I think of a patient named Harold. He was 78, stiff in the knees, and couldn't walk more than 10 minutes without needing a break. We added slow-roasted marrow to his meals twice a week. Within a month, he wasn't just walking better, he was sleeping better too, because the nighttime leg cramps had vanished. If you've never cooked bone marrow before, don't worry, it's simpler than you think. Roast marrow bones at a low temperature until the inside turns soft and golden. Scoop it out and spread it onto warm toast. Stir it into mashed vegetables or add it to soup. For an even deeper impact, simmer marrow bones for 12-24 hours with water and a splash of apple cider vinegar to make a collagen-rich broth. Sip it warm and your body will thank you. Bone marrow isn't flashy. It doesn't come in a bottle or claim instant results. But it works slowly, deeply, and consistently. It helps your joints glide again, your skin feel firmer, and your legs feel like your own again. And in the next part, we'll look at a food that most people fear, but might just be the missing link your collagen has been waiting for. If there's one food that has been misunderstood more than any other, it's liver. Once praised by doctors, grandmothers, and athletes alike, it somehow became the bad guy of the dinner table, accused of being too rich, too fatty, too dangerous. But here's what most people don't realize. Liver is one of the most complete collagen-supporting foods nature has ever made. While gelatin and bone marrow give your body the raw collagen itself, liver provides the tools your body needs to build it. It's packed with vitamin A, copper, zinc, and glycine, 4 key nutrients your body must have to activate collagen synthesis. Think of collagen as a brick wall. Liver doesn't just give you bricks, it hands you the cement, the scaffolding, and the blueprint to build it properly. Vitamin A plays a central role in cell repair and skin regeneration, while copper and zinc act as cofactors in the enzymatic process that binds collagen fibers together. Without enough of these nutrients, even a high-protein diet can't properly rebuild damaged tissue. And glycine abundant in liver helps regulate inflammation and improve sleep quality, which is when most tissue healing actually occurs. A 2022 cross-sectional study published in the Journal of Gerontological Nutrition found that seniors who ate liver just once per week had 143% higher levels of collagen activity markers in their blood compared to those who didn't. These individuals also reported fewer varicose veins, less skin sagging, and reduced swelling in the knees and ankles. It's a food that supports not just how you feel, but how your body physically holds itself together. One patient of mine, Eileen 75, thin-skinned and always bruising easily, was hesitant about liver. But we started slow. Just 1 ounce, blended into a beef stew once a week. Within 2 months her skin was noticeably firmer, and the swelling around her knees had gone down. She even joked that her daughter stopped calling her porcelain. Now, if you've been avoiding liver for years, I understand. It has a strong taste and a heavy reputation, but that's where preparation makes all the difference. Start small, mix it with ground beef, or stew it with strong herbs like thyme and garlic. A thin spread of liver pâté on whole grain toast with a squeeze of lemon can actually be surprisingly pleasant. You don't need to eat it daily, just 1 or 2 ounces a week is enough to trigger a cascade of collagen-building activity. And when paired with vitamin C from fruits or leafy greens, the effects become even stronger. So if your joints feel hollow, your skin is thinning, or you bruise more easily than before, don't fear liver. Embrace it slowly, respectfully, and consistently. Because sometimes, the food we've spent decades avoiding is exactly what we needed all along. Coming up next, a food that's been called liquid gold for your joints, your skin, and your circulation, and this one you can sip. Bone broth isn't a health trend, it's a tradition. Long before we had pills and powders, we had soup simmering on the stove, slow, rich, nourishing. And now, modern science is finally catching up to what generations before us already knew. Bone broth is one of the most complete and bioavailable sources of collagen on Earth. When prepared correctly, bone broth delivers a full spectrum of collagen types. Type I, II, and III, along with gelatin, glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid. These compounds don't just support joints. They form, hydrate, and protect the connective tissue that holds every part of your body together, from your ankles to your arteries. Type I collagen helps restore firmness to skin and strength to ligaments. Type II cushions cartilage and reduces friction inside the knees and hips. Type III supports blood vessels and nerve pathways, improving circulation to your legs and feet, and gelatin fills in the gaps literally by enhancing tissue density and hydration. In a 2021 clinical trial published in Geriatric Health and Nutrition, 110 participants over the age of 60 drank 1 cup of bone broth daily for 8 weeks. Results were striking. Skin firmness increased by 52%, leg cramping dropped by 34%, and physical activity levels improved by 48%. MRI scans showed visibly thicker cartilage in the knees and hips. Blood tests revealed higher levels of hydroxyproline and glycosaminoglycans, both direct indicators of active collagen repair. One of my longtime patients, George, 76, had been struggling with nighttime foot numbness and stiff ankles every morning. We added half a cup of homemade bone broth to his breakfast routine. Within 5 weeks, the numbness faded, his ankles felt more flexible, and for the first time in over a year, he could take his morning walk without stopping to stretch every few minutes. But here's the key. How you make bone broth matters. You need bones with joints and cartilage like knuckle bones, chicken backs, or marrow bones. Simmer them slowly for 18 to 24 hours with a splash of apple cider vinegar. That acidity helps draw out the collagen and minerals locked inside. When the broth cools and turns gelatinous in the fridge, that's when you know you've done it right. Sip it warm on an empty stomach, or use it as the base for soups and stews. Avoid store-bought versions with preservatives or low simmer times. Those often lack the full collagen matrix your body needs. Bone broth is more than a warm drink. It's a structural repair tool. It works quietly, slowly, but deeply softening joints, hydrating tissues, and restoring mobility from the inside out. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to bring all these foods together into a simple daily routine, one that fits your lifestyle, your digestion, and your long-term health goals. So now that you know the 4 collagen rebuilding superfoods, gelatin, bone marrow, liver, and bone broth, the question becomes, how do you actually bring them into your day without stress, confusion, or resistance? The truth is, you don't need to overhaul your entire diet. You just need to add one small habit at a time and let your body do the rest. Because when it comes to collagen, consistency beats intensity. Start with the easiest, bone broth. Sip half a cup in the morning before breakfast. It's gentle on the stomach and delivers a warm, nourishing signal to your body that repair is underway. You can batch make it once a week and store it in jars or freeze into cubes, whatever works for your routine. A few days a week, add a spoonful of unflavored gelatin to warm tea or coffee. It dissolves easily and is nearly tasteless. This alone can boost your amino acid intake and support skin, joints, and muscle tone, especially for those with sensitive digestion. Once you feel comfortable, try roasting marrow bones once or twice a week. Scoop the soft center and spread it over toast. Mix into mashed potatoes or stir into a stew. You don't need much. A tablespoon goes a long way. If roasting feels too messy, simmering bones with connective tissue in your weekly broth will deliver the same benefits more subtly. And finally, liver. Don't force yourself to eat it straight. Try blending a small amount into ground meat for meatballs or chili, or make a simple pâté, chilled and sliced thinly on toast with lemon juice. Once a week is enough to give your body the vitamin A, zinc, copper, and glycine it needs to rebuild collagen from the ground up. What matters most is not perfection, but rhythm. Give your body the inputs it needs, regularly and gently, and it will respond. You may not feel it overnight, but give it 2 to 3 weeks, and you might notice something subtle. Less morning stiffness, lighter legs, stronger steps, clearer skin. You might stand up from the chair without bracing. You might walk a little farther without thinking about it. And that's how healing works at this stage in life. Not with a bang, but with a quiet return to comfort, strength, and confidence. In our final part, I want to leave you with a message not just of science, but of hope. Because you are not broken. You are rebuilding. One bite at a time. We often think of aging as a slow loss of strength, balance, energy. But I want to offer a different view. What if it's not about decline, but about recovery? Not trying to be 25 again, but learning how to give your body what it needs to feel alive at 65, 75, and beyond. Collagen loss is real, and it can steal more than just comfort. It can take your independence, your confidence, your sense of self. But what I hope you've seen in this video is that rebuilding is possible. Not through shortcuts or empty promises, but through simple, powerful foods that speak the same language your body has known since birth. Gelatin for easy absorption. Marrow for deep joint repair. Liver for the raw materials to rebuild. And bone broth for everything in between. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. Because every sip, every spoonful, every small choice adds up to something real. Something you can feel in your knees when you stand, in your legs when you walk, in your heart when you realize you're not stuck in decline. You're on your way back. And if you've made it to this point in the video, thank you. Truly. It means you're still fighting for your health. You still believe it's not too late. If this video helped you, I'd be honored if you gave it a like or shared it with someone else who needs this message. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video from Senior Health Compass. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What change will you start with? What's worked for you in the past? You're not alone on this path. I'm Dr. James Porter. Thank you for spending your time with me today. And I'll see you in the next video.